So you've done the self-help and you've dipped into some personal development, but now you ask the question, now what? What can you do? Well, if you want to escape the apathy, step right this way. So twice a year, I teach a course called Autonomy. It's a 12-week personal development and training course. What people get out of it is multifaceted. There's curriculum, there's exercises, there's camaraderie, you make new friends. There's a whole lot of interesting things. We're going to hear a sample from the course right now, and let's take a look at the value these students are getting.
I listened to season 6's Q&A recently from lecture 6. I was just curious,
Nerd.
Well, I was curious, what elements they had picked up on and what kind of discussions they were having. And it was about an hour or so in when you guys started just talking about, you had said something about we just have to create our way out, and that we need teams of people to do that. And I just was like, yes, that's what I needed to hear, because in doing the interviews, the question comes up, why are you in autonomy? What do you hope to get from it? And I always feel like kind of a loser, because I'm like, I don't know. I know there's something that needs to be done, and I want to be part of it, but I don't know what. I don't want to look back a year, 5 year, 10 years from now, caught with my pants down. I knew this was coming, but I didn't do anything about it. And so all the people that have these computer solutions or business solutions, or Leah talking about legal solutions, I don't have any of that to offer, but I still want to be part of it. So that was helping me realize my why for being in autonomy is maybe it's just plugging into the network and being part of the team,
and then getting opportunities, because your name's been floated at meetings when it's well, we need somebody, and it's well, how about Jill? She can do this, this, and this. And so as you get through the course, you're also going to see people who have been spotting talent. So you don't necessarily have to know what you want to do. Maybe you get an offer and you're like, I'll do that for 6 months or a year. And then from that journey, you spotted the actual thing you want to go for, right? That you didn't know happened, it was a possibility, or was a thing. Right. There's been a lot of things that when we started the course, there was copywriting, sales, marketing. These are all known positions, but shadow host, someone who helps to facilitate these meetings and these sort of things, there's positions being created out there that just need people who know how to show up on time, have a good attitude, and then be able to learn a couple simple things. And then they got income from that. So for someone like yourself, there's clients out there that need people in sales, and there's no degree in sales. So it really comes down to who are the people that seem like they'd be good to work with, that have a good attitude and can have conversations, that suss out problems and be organized enough and diligent enough to help do a follow-up. And that ends up being a lot of you could always, there's a lot of people who could fit that, right? But who would thrive in that situation, as opposed to oh, it's a grind, I got to do this follow-up report, or I got to talk to this person. And for me, I can talk to pretty much anybody at any time, because that's a good skill to have, and it's good to exercise that skill. And if you got something like that, then there's companies that are we need someone to call and check in on these people, or you ask them about the upgrade to our new product, or go out and find people who have the problem and we have a solution. And like I said, those are good roles to have thrown at you for consideration.
Everyone's doing some kind of self-help these days, and you can find a million self-help courses out there. Most other courses out there are hosting lectures. They're hosting videos, they're maybe even doing Q&As, and these are great starting points to encourage learning. But at Autonomy, we believe that hands-on practice is the best way to really lock in what we're learning. There's no better way to gain confidence and mastery than through action. After each lecture, we practice the concepts we've learned with other students, giving and receiving feedback in a non-judgmental environment. The result is mastery of concepts like entrepreneurship, ethical sales, and self-reliance in an environment that directly translates to the real world. Plus, you make connections with other like-minded individuals who are learning right alongside you, and you have a lifetime membership in the community. The Autonomy course with Richard Grove equips you with confidence, competence, and courage in a world filled with confusion and noise. You can learn more at getautonomy.info. We'll see you there.